We're all set up here at the NEC in Birmingham, and here you can see we're in a car park with Mark and Nat, who's naked. Say something, Mark. What are we saying?
Ow! I hit my elbow.
Ready for some skids?
Fast. Big commitment, big balls. So I brought mine this weekend. So we're all good, ready to go. So we're just going to go out together and probably end in a big crash, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
No, we're going to try not to crash. It's not something we want to be doing. But yeah, there's a lot of walls, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting track. We're going to go and do a bit of a watch, basically see how the track works out, and try and get a bit of a heads up on where the clipping points are, get some idea of speed and stuff. So yeah, we'll see you out on the track. We've just done a watch, and yeah, a few people have been out on track already, and it is interesting. Most people can't go in fast enough, except Jack Shanahan apparently, who can go out there and smash out a pretty much bang on qualifying run, leaving a tyre mark pretty much 1 foot from the wall on the last corner. Absolutely smashed it. Just didn't go overly great. Mark's ended up hitting the wall. He tagged the back of the car, and then he's basically followed it in with the front end of the car. So now we're trying to fix it.
Realistically,
to be fair, I could have done some wicked wrong there.
oh yeah, just on one. Serious there. Straight to the back end now.
So yeah, pretty much 3 laps done in 3 hours. It's a scary old track, but it looks pretty good, and it's going to be awesome tomorrow, as long as it stays dry and it don't rain. In the meantime, there's a hero cooking me a burger. I can smell it from across the car park. So yeah, after Mark's accident yesterday, we managed to get the car fixed thanks to the help of a load of the BDC drivers. As you can see, the damage is not too bad on the back end, considering it'll pull out some new panels.
It is? Oh, was it you? That's what I said, Dean.
But yeah, we've got people on the car now. Hopefully we'll get it sorted, we'll get it all straightened out. Mark's been out for practice, but the alignments, it's not quite spot on, and it drives like shit basically. So we're going to try and get it tweaked and sorted so we can go out in qualifying and hopefully do well. So yeah, we'll work on the car and we'll get it back out there. So we're lined up for pro practice now. Now it's my turn to try not to crash into the walls. Yeah, the walls they're not forgiving. So we're going to try and get close, just trying to get the line really. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So we're back from BDC round 3. BDC round 3, the Drift GP versus British Drift Championship event at the NEC. It was an awesome event, a really good track layout, a custom track layout around one of the exhibition halls, so using the roads around the side of it. Lots of concrete walls which claimed a lot of cars, quite a few smashes, including my teammate Mark Annette's car. We spent all of Friday night rebuilding that. But yeah, the driving standard at the NEC was really high. We had the top drivers from Europe there, the British Drift Championship drivers and Irish drivers as well. And congratulations to Dwayne McKeever who won the round, first place. Some awesome driving all weekend. In fact, lots of awesome driving from a lot of the top guys there. Really impressive to watch and to drift with. So yeah, it was a great event, different to all the other BDC rounds in the fact that it was a new track layout and a new venue, but it's really good to get to tracks like that, and hopefully there'll be a lot more of them in the future. It just gives you the the customization and the freedom to make whatever tracks you want, put the walls in, get the crowd wherever you want them to be or need them to be with the grandstands. Yeah, and I think it really works. It's the best way. You get the crowd close to the action, you get the walls in, you make the track exciting, you please the drivers and you please the fans. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more tracks like that in the future. Today we've got a few bits to do to the car. It's a Saturday. We've got the IDC on. It's David Egan doing his thing. So we can watch drifting and we can work on drift cars as well. What better way to spend a Saturday? I've been fitting this Funk Motorsport turbo blanket. And hopefully this will help keep the intake temperatures down. Obviously keeps the hot side hot and the cold side cold. So I'm interested to see how this works out and how it will affect things. Also, hot gases travel faster than cooler gases. So as the gases are flowing down the exhaust, they're slowing down as they're cooling. So keeping the turbo hot, in theory, to keep the gases inside it hot and flowing. So it should help spool the turbo fractionally quicker, which is something I could do with because the turbo is quite big and it's quite laggy, to be honest. A little bit of lag, which you don't get with the 6 pots, but we're not going to go there. I'm sticking with the 4-cylinder SR. Yeah, and also, what else have we got? We've got this pretty ropey looking crash bar. This is a standard crash bar from a Nissan 200SX. It's what I've run for a few years, but it is pretty weak, as someone's cut it out and modified it to fit the intercooler in. So, some tubes that I've bent up. And I'm going to finish cutting and welding them up and fitting them to the car. So that's where we're going to go next. We're going to fit them and then maybe some other bits as well. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since we've been back in the workshop because we've been on holiday, family holiday and stuff like that, but we're now back in the workshop and we've got a GTR, or if you're Australian, a GTR. So GTR's been in for an overnight stay. It's having an MOT and a few other little bits and pieces doing to it. So going to get rid of this, kick it outside, and then we can get on with the work on the Nissan. So this is an almost completely standard stock condition R32 GTR, and it's got approximately 66,000 sorry, kilometers. It hasn't been converted yet, so it's still in the kilometers and works in kilometers as it came from Japan. So yeah, it's a standard R32 GTR basically. It came over with coilovers on and a catback exhaust, and that's it, nothing else. Yeah, it's about as tidy as you can get for a GTR. Completely standard interior. Dash is pretty clean, no cracks, as you'd expect from a low mileage, clean, unmolested GTR basically. I mean, I'm all for big power GTRs, I love the modified GTRs and stuff, but I also appreciate a standard GTR. It's quite nice to get in one that's not got loads of modifications on it, and yeah, it's just makes a change to see one really. Last time I was putting the crash bar together, making up the front crash bar. I still haven't finished that, and it's going to be put on hold for a little bit as I'm waiting for some more metal to arrive. So the front crash bar as it sits now. In the meantime, I've been wiring in my new digital dash. It's a Racetech dash2, and it's going to sit up here once I've made a bracket for it, which I'm going to do today. In the meantime, that's what I'm going to get on with, and then when the metal arrives, I'm going to finish off doing the crash bar. So I finally finished making the plate which is going to hold the dash in. Quickly made up this aluminium plate which is going to fix the dash to the steering column, and also I've wired in with the live and the earth using the existing connector which is unused from the original dash. So I just need to wrap these wires, bolt the dash on. Then I just need Greg Gush a Pro Tuner to set up the link ECU so that the dash can read the information from it, and then we should be good to go. It should all be good. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm all finished wiring in the dash and finishing off covering the loom in the tape, the electrical tape, fitting the dash to the steering column, as you can see there. So if I switch the ignition on, lots of bright lights. So I just need to get the link ECU reading, sending out a reading to the dash, and then hopefully everything will work and it will be all good to go. So that's it for this episode, for this vlog. There's going to be more drifting coming up, and the next event will be possibly a Rockingham practice day, if not rocking a practice day, then for me it's likely to be T-side, and then followed by the T-side BDC round. So pretty excited for those rounds, can't wait to get there. But in the meantime, the next vlog will have more car related stuff in, and there's plenty more stuff to do to the car. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you like what you're watching.